in Mexico. That means as of September 1st, they were able to start becoming brand leaders, which are IBOs, and they were able to start putting people in position. So now this is what they're doing. We're able to get in, get your license, and start recruiting and putting more people underneath you. And they're putting everybody in place. But as of they announced this weekend, it's going to be officially October 1st when we're going to start with our services. So that's going to be crazy. It's awesome, but it's really not. I mean, it was good and bad because it took away 2 weeks away from us from growing our team. But that just means we're going to be working even harder and harder within the last 18 days. October 1st is the start date launch that they're going to give us for Mexico. They did also announce with Flash Mobile, which is the brand that we're going to be representing in Mexico, is in their prepaid packages and everything, they're going to have unlimited texting to the United States and to Canada. That is going to be huge, guys. I actually just talked to some of my people while I was in the conference call because I had the energy and I had all the excitement, and I called people back in Mexico to let them know the updates of what was going on, and they're even working even harder. They're like getting more excited. This morning I woke up to so many different alerts of so many more different brand leaders that joined our team, and I hope you guys start getting the same excitement as we are with Mexico. There is going to be a huge event in Mexico City, October 8th. That's going to be their pre-launch, their actual launch date in Mexico, like what we would do here for a big, huge event. So if you guys have anybody that you guys are talking to or growing teams in Mexico already, I suggest that you guys have everybody go there and then bring guests, bring everyone, because it's going to be a really, huge event that everybody needs to be involved, especially if they live in Mexico. Our next international is going to be in Phoenix, which is going to be much easier for Mexico to be able to come. So if you guys have people that are in Mexico, make sure that they start working on all their passports and everything so they can have everything officially ready for Phoenix, which we have 80 days left. And Mexico's going to be really exciting, guys, because their system of getting qualified is going to be the same as us. They're going to have 4 services that they have to use, and they need about 8 points. The way the system's going to work with the cell phones, if you guys are taking notes, how they're going to be able to count as points. With being prepaid, they're going to be able to choose. They're going to be able to choose different kind of packages, starting like as pay as they go prepaid. The packages that start between 20 to 40 pesos, and then there's going to be packages where there's going to be bigger packages of their prepaid cell phone that they carry. Now, if they use the package they select the package that's going to be paid as they go, it's going to count as 0 points towards them. But they are going to be getting paid by commission. If they choose the one a medium package, 30 or 60 pesos as they go, they're going to get only 1 point counting towards their business. And if they select the highest packages, they're going to be, I'm calling them packages because I'm not quite sure how they're going to label them or anything, but they're all going to be prepaid. So if they select more than 100 pesos to 300 pesos, those are the ones that are going to count the most. They're going to get the 2 points. And that's how their system's going to be. So I'm telling my team to only promote the highest ones because I want every single one of them to get 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Here in the United States, we actually need to get up to 10 points, 10% of our own personal commission. We need 65 points and up. In Mexico, they need 40 points. So they only have to get about 20 services so they can start getting to pay their personal residual to 10%, 40 services. So 20 services. So if I were you guys, if you guys are working with people in Mexico, I I'm going to tell you what I tell my people. I tell them, forget about the 20 points. You guys need to get 65 points. And I'm not really giving them like a minimum of goals. A lot of people this weekend, when you guys came up to me and introduced yourself, asked me, how are you guys growing your teams in Mexico? Well, in Mexico, we're having people find 10 strong leaders, which means 10 different teams. And those 10 top leaders, if they can prove to us that they can produce 10 other leaders, then they're able to join us right now. So that's all they're actually doing, 10, finding 10, finding 10, finding 10. And everybody's goal is to get more than 65 services as soon as they can, so they can be able to earn higher positions. If you guys do have people that are already brand leaders in Mexico, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're able to start working in USA right now, and they're able to start getting services. So they're not going to count to help them get qualified for qualification for a brand leader, but they are going to be able to start stacking up on their points to get them higher positions. So if they're in Mexico, they're already brand leaders, they can already start doing business in the United States. And a lot of our people from Mexico are already killing it, getting all kinds of Vivint and cable, and they're even teaching me about the Anovia, and I mean, it's crazy. They're so well educated, they're so hungry, they want this so bad that they're already doing in their power everything they can. And that's going to be tremendous for you guys, because if you guys have people already in Mexico that are already putting themselves in that position, getting services already, your volume for yourself, your billing volume is going to go higher. So, and you're going to be able to reach higher promotions faster. So push that really, really hard. That's exactly what I'm doing with my team. And right here in Las Vegas, it's 9:17 in the morning, but I've already had like about 58 phone calls of 3-ways that I already had people having me on the calls, sharing the business with them. So I hope you guys, the first 72 hours, our Greg Travisano mentioned, are the most important ones. And last night in the airplane, I couldn't even sleep. I was just writing down everything down, and my goals and everything, the goals for my team. I hope you guys are doing the same. We're really, really excited about what's about to happen in Mexico. So one of the things that I did open, I just recently spoke with Senior Vice President, Mr. Mike Basutti, I believe. He had me on his conference call yesterday at 1:30, and I'm actually going to be expanding my conference call to their team and all the system team. So within our teams, we're all going to jump in on the same times that I'm doing my conference call. All you guys got to do, guys, is just invite people to the conference call and let me do the job for you. It's that easy. And I'm going to present the presentations, and then I'm going to refer them right back to you, and then hopefully you have already taken the steps in initiative to go back to your back office and see all the steps you need to enroll somebody as a brand leader in Mexico. If you are taking notes, I'm going to give you the information that is very crucial for them to have, because if not, they're not going to be able to sign up. In Mexico, for brand leaders, first of all, it's going to be 5,250 pesos, which is USA money. The cost, the initial, it's almost $288. They're going to need what we call our ID. It's called a curve, CURP. They have to have that. It's some sort of an identification that they use. It's a federal one in Mexico that they have to have in order for them to be in this. I didn't realize that a lot of people don't have it. So if you guys are already taking notes, make sure your people have their curve. It's CURP. That's what it's called. And it's an ID, and it's an identification that they need to have. Another of the steps that they ask while they're signing up is they're asking them, it's called in Mexico, dar de alta or hacienda. What does that mean is how they're going to file for their taxes. Right away, like the third question they ask is they have to select that. And if they don't know it, then they're not going to be able to continue to the next step. And I'm going to let you know right now, Mexico does not know their things on that part. And they have to do this whole thing where they have to make an appointment with the government and they have to select and ask how they're going to file and blah, blah, blah. So if I were you guys, I would start letting them know if they know about their hacienda. That's what it's called. And they have to select it. If they don't, there is an option, I think, where they're able to skip it. And they have 30 days to be able to fix that through ACN headquarters in Mexico. They do have a different type of selection in Mexico, how they're going to pay. They're able to pay through a bank, through a credit card, and they're able to pay cash, selecting cash. When they select cash, they have to choose which bank they're going to go make the wire transaction, and our ACN is going to send them the wire instructions of how to finish completing that transaction. It has to be done within 5 days. If within 5 days that is not done, then they're going to not be able, they're going to take away their license number, IBO number. They have that 5 days to make sure that they pay for this. Okay? One of the other things is they can also select a 7-Eleven. There's a lot of 7-Elevens in Mexico. They'll give them a routing code where they can go to 7-Eleven and do that wire transaction as well. They have 5 days. I tell my people in Mexico, you need to finish this transaction within 72 hours, because if something is going wrong, you have at least 2 or 3 more, a couple of more days, so you can be able to fix whatever comes up and pops up or if something doesn't go right. So don't let them stay. Mexico procrastinates. I think that's the word you guys say it here. Procrastinates a lot. And do not let them do the last until the 5th day, because then you're going to find yourself with some trouble with them. So just make sure you let them know as soon as possible if they're going to pay select cash. Those are the things that I'm finding and I'm coming across with, so I'm just sharing them with you guys to kind of make things easier for you guys. Another of the things is if they don't have, which the hacienda is going to be called an RFC. When they get their back office, on the left-hand side, when you see your status, TT or QTT, and how much your points are, there's going to be like a red lettering, and it's going to pop out, and it's going to tell them why they're on hold. So they will keep these people on hold if they haven't paid their payments within 5 days, or if there's any problems with their hacienda, their RFC, how they're going to do their taxes, it's going to stay there. The RFC, they're able to fix that if they don't know within 30 days. They have to call the Mexico headquarters and fix everything, and they will fix it right then and there. If you guys are taking notes, I can give you the phone number for the for Mexico's headquarters over there. They're going to dial 001 first. The second one's going to be 52554-1693-100. Don't call the USA IBO headquarters, because they're going to refer you right back to Mexico, because they say they have their own way that they work. So I'm just letting you know, because I just went through all those steps myself. So just refer your IBOs back to the ACN headquarters in Mexico, and they will help them. They will talk to them in their language, in Spanish, and they will be able to actually help them from every single of the steps, okay? Guys, if you guys get out there and get to work right now with Mexico, you guys are also going to be having all kinds of promotions out there by the time we get to Phoenix. You need people that are here in the United States to start sharing and referring you people that they know in Mexico, because everybody knows people like me. I speak English and Spanish, but I don't live in Mexico, but I know people that live in Mexico, so I'm just spreading the word 100 miles per hour. I share with you guys my story, how I got that one person from Mexico, but because of the excitement and everything, and I'm putting so much excitement on Facebook, other people that I have introduced the business to are now asking me about what's going on in Mexico. So be positive on social media. Be excited about what's happening. One of the things that I was sharing with some of the girls that I met, the twins, I forget their name. One of them is Mr. Chris King's wife. But I was sharing with them is that what I do is they got me so confused, first of all, because they're like identical. Okay, so what I was telling them is I ask people here in the United States, anybody that speaks English or Spanish, is who do you know that lives in Mexico that meets this in their life? Like, who do you know? I ask for referrals, and I always say, no, this is not for you because you're so busy here. I know you have your life together, and I know you don't need this as a part-time job or as a business, but you don't need residual, but I know you know somebody that speaks Spanish and lives in Mexico. And then they start giving me their people's referrals. And, they're like, oh, you can call my cousin, you can call my aunt, you can call my brother, and they start giving me names. And once I talk to them immediately, I call that person from here, United States, back, and I say, well, you know what? I think you might be good at this because you already gave me 5 referrals. Those 5 people already have about 45 people ready to join. And then all of a sudden, but this, remember 2 years ago you told me you didn't need this in your life, and then all of a sudden they want this again. But that's how I do it here. That's how I'm able to, I'm working right now 13 different lakes. So if you guys go out there and just start asking people, people that are bilingual, ask them for referrals. Who do they know in Mexico? Everybody has a lot of people back home that are living over there. So that's one of the things that I would suggest for you guys to do. I know I'm running out of time. My conference calls are going to be Monday, Spanish conference calls where you guys can bring your invites, or even for yourself so you can start learning the lingo. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be this same conference call number and the same conference code PIN number, but for the Spanish one, okay? So if all of you guys are logged in today and jumped on this call, use the same number, but it's going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you can invite all your invites that speak Spanish so I can do the presentation. On Tuesdays and Thursdays are just pure training for all the brand leaders from Mexico that are already, they're leaders already and they're already IBOs. Trainings how we have now, like this one, it's only for brand leaders, not for guests. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays on the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central Time, Mexico time. If you guys have people calling from Mexico, make sure that they dial 001 first and then dial our conference number. Make sure that they know that it is going to drop a lot if they call from a wireless cell phone, but the best use is if they can do it through a landline. Guys, invite them because right now my people, how I'm growing my team is through my conference calls, and I'm building my team conference call after conference call after conference call. I'm promoting my conference calls. So, and those are their PBRs. They invite people to their home. They have the houses packed, more than 50, 60, 80 people at one house every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this is their PBRs. They invite, and I do the presentation from them, and then now they just signed up. I have more than 800 and something people that are committed that they're going to join before or by the end of November, and there's more than 250 people that are already joined my team in Mexico. So if I can do it, I know every single one of you guys can do it. You guys have amazing leadership that is supporting you guys, and if you guys need anything, get in contact with me. I am here to help every single one of you guys because and vice versa, Mr. Al Thomas and everybody else, all of your guys' leadership, you guys have helped me tremendously here in the United States. So if there's one little thing that I have, one tool, and it's called that I speak the language, I'm going to be able to help every single one of you guys if God permits it. But my name is Perla Bernal. I hope you guys got some use of what's going on in Mexico. You guys take advantage of this first. It's only going to happen one time, guys. Jump in and get on board, and you guys should have